Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I don't see you, but I hear you.
Okay, so you see me now, right?
There you are,
Yes.
Pat.
See you.
Yeah.
All right, I'm bringing up.
All right, thanks. Okay.
Pat, they
Right.
haven't let you out of the cellar yet?
No, they keep me in the cellar. But here's my real view, because tonight the Olympics are on, so I should be able to see the fireworks and everything at the Special Olympics. So that should be good. All right. All right, layout. Grid. Now I got everybody. All right. I had trouble getting in for some reason. I never do.
I think a lot of people did today.
Oh, yeah.
What? Sounds familiar.
WebEx has been having issues the last couple of days. We lost it for our whole company.
Really?
Yeah, 2 days ago, and it was out like the whole day.
Yeah, because it's very unusual. I can't get in, and I couldn't get in.
I had trouble getting the meeting started too. I had to click the link to join the meeting and kind of go through a back door to get to the website to start the meeting, but it worked. We're all here.
I hit join the meeting, and it wouldn't work. So, all right. At least I'm on. We're good.
Why are you taking up all of my screen?
Who?
You, Pat.
Well,
Put it on grid.
it's the person who's talking.
You have to put it on grid, John. You have to press something, John.
Yeah, I'm not pressing anything.
Don't touch nothing, John. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, learn from experience.
Just leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Leave it
see-
alone.
This is how I talk.
It's whoever's talking will light up your screen.
I'm afraid to touch the mute button. So I won't talk.
I'm hitting my mute button.
There we go. I just went to grid.
And that's everybody, right?
Everybody.
Okay, great. Good for you.
Except what happened to Jonathan?
It's right there in the middle.
Here.
Oh, there you
It's
are.
like the
My
Brady
big head.
Bunch.
My big head is right here.
You will not find me making any big head jokes.
It runs in my
I got a lot of brains in there.
After 50
Aren't you a
years of
lefty,
doing this,
Jonathan?
I am.
I heard lefties have bigger brains, don't they?
Yeah, they use the right side of their brain.
Maybe. First I'm hearing that. Chris, you we good to go? Okay, let's call this meeting to order. And if we can all please rise for the flag salute. I have another one of my kids holding the flag tonight. Matthew Sackett's going to hold the flag. So we can have a nice flag holder right there. There we go.
Yeah.
I pledge allegiance
Allegiance
to the flag of the United States
United States
of America,
and to the
to the
republic
republic
stands
for which it stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under God,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with liberty and
liberty
justice
and justice for all.
Yeah, good job, buddy. Okay. Thank you, Matthew.
Thanks, Matthew.
Let's have a moment of silence to remember the service and sacrifices of the armed service members who protect our nation and the first responders who protect our neighborhood. Also want to add two gentlemen to this as well. Charles Diedrich and Richard Miniter, 43-year resident of Rockaway Township. And I know Jack wanted to speak about Charles. Jack?
Yeah, Charlie Dietrich lived over here by me on Hillside Avenue. He was 81 years old. He was a service member in the U.S. Navy. He worked for Rockaway Township as a road supervisor for 34 years and retired out of Rockaway Township. So Charlie had a good life. He was a unique individual if you knew him. I was very good friends with Charlie, nice guy. He leaves behind his wife, his children, and grandchildren. May you rest in peace. Good guy.
Yes.
Thank you.
Silence, please. Please take the roll call.
Councilman Brooks,
Here.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Here.
Councilman Friedlander,
Here.
Councilman Kritz,
Here.
Councilwoman Noon,
Here.
Councilman Salberg,
Here.
Councilman Quinn,
Here.
Vice President Sackett.
Here, we have a quorum. Notice this meeting was sent to the Daily Record and the Star Ledger, the official newspapers for the Township of Rockaway, on February 1st, 2022. Notice was posted on the official bulletin boards of Rockaway Township. Please be advised that all electronic, remote meetings of the Township Council held on WebEx are recorded. Full and complete information concerning public attendance at all WebEx meetings is published on the Township website. All members of the public will be provided the opportunity to speak. Please be further advised that during any public hearing or open to the public sections of the meeting, the Township Clerk will send an unmute request to each member of the public and ask if they wish to speak. Once the Township Clerk has sent the unmute request, if you're attending the meeting by telephone, you'll be prompted to press *6 to mute yourself. And if you're attending the meeting using your computer, you'll receive a pop-up request requesting that you unmute yourself. As per Rockaway Township Code 2-5.14, any person desiring to address the council shall first seek recognition by the presiding officer. And upon recognition by the chair, the person shall give their name and address for the record. Unless further time is granted by the council, they should limit their statement to 3 minutes. Statement shall be addressed to the council as a body and not to any member thereof. A councilman shall not direct any question to a speaker addressing the council except through presiding officer. In addition to speaking on the record during council meetings, members of the public may submit questions and comments to the council by emailing questions@rockawaytownship.org by the end of the open to the public session. Number 6, election of mayor by council. I'd like to turn it over to the town attorney to give some information on this, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Council Vice President. Excuse me. As you can see from item number 6 on the agenda, there are 3 nominees that are presented to you, presented to the council by the Morris County Rockaway Township Republican Committee. Those names are Joe Jackson, Don Redden, and Joe McMahon. The protocol of this time, and probably the easiest protocol, any member of the council may make a motion to nominate one of those individuals for the office of mayor of Rockaway Township. That motion needs to be seconded. And following the seconding, there can be a discussion if the council requests it. Otherwise, it can proceed directly to a vote. If any individual receives a majority of the vote of the council for the position of mayor, that individual will be elected, and there will be no need to proceed to any other names on the list. So the appropriate protocol now would be to call for nominations from the 3 nominees presented to the council.
Jonathan?
Thank you, town attorney. Yes, Jack Quinn.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion and nominate Joe Jackson for mayor. Thank you.
Second.
Who was that second?
Howard.
Doug?
Doug? Yeah, Councilman Brooks.
Thank you. Could we take the roll call there?
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilman Kritz,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Salberg,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Vice President Sackett.
Yes. That is 8 yeses. Congratulations, Mayor Joe
Thank you.
Jackson.
Thank you all.
We're going to take a quick, Joe, we're going to swear you in right now.
Yeah, Chrissy's gonna
we-
come over.
Okay, so let's take a quick, get you set up. You need like a minute or two?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll take a minute or two quick break and get all set up for the swearing in of Mayor Jackson.
Oh, hold on. I'll do one.
It's gonna come in, get the camera set up. Guys, you come stand into, hey Manny, you my son Ryan, my daughter Danielle.
Can't stand next to your family.
You feel really short.
Oh,
So you wanna stand here or here and me there? Or?
Right hand up.
Sit back up.
I
Are we back on, Jonathan? We good?
Go.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Yes.
Joe Jackson,
I, Joe Jackson,
do solemnly swear
that
I will faithfully,
faithfully,
impartially,
Im-
justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of Rockaway Township Mayor
of the office of Rockaway Township Mayor
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
and that I will support
and that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to
and
the same
allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks, Chrissy.
Thank you.
Seal it with a kiss.
Congratulations, Joe.
Thank you all. Jonathan, if I just have 30 seconds.
You got it, Joe.
I appreciate everybody's support. I appreciate the transition I've had with Mayor Puzio and his guidance he's given me. I want to really thank my family, my wife, who's been by my side for a long time, and I couldn't do this without her. She's been a public servant. My son Ryan, who's a public servant, my daughter Danielle, who's graduating and is going to be a teacher and serve the public, and my youngest Emily, who's currently in college. So I couldn't do all this without their support. We do everything as a family, and I want to thank all of them for their support for me doing this. And I'd be remiss if I didn't, about 20 years ago, the reason I got involved in giving back the community and got on the Board of Ed was I was coaching football with Fred West, and there was an opening on the Board of Ed, and he suggested that I apply for it. So I'd be remiss if I didn't thank Fred for asking me to do that all those years ago, and it's led up to this. So Fred, you're to blame. So I just want to let you know that. So, but thanks, Jonathan, and again, thank you all for your support, and I look forward to continue working with you all. So thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Congratulations again. I want to turn it over real quick to the town attorney, John Yachafano.
Thank you, Vice President Sackett. First, on behalf of Carl and I, Mayor Jackson, congratulations. I just want to advise the council that with Mr. Jackson's election to the position of mayor, to the office of mayor, there now exists a vacancy in the council. So counting tomorrow, we will have a total of 30 days to fill that council seat. The job of filling that seat will defer to the Morris County Rockaway Township Republican Committee, who will essentially follow the same protocol that was followed in the mayoral nomination process. So once again, the Township Republican Committee's nomination will come to the council within 15 days, counting with tomorrow. The council will in turn have 15 days to act on that nomination. just the way the council, just the way the calendar works out, it looks like that the council would be in a position to act on any nominations made by the Republican County Committee for Rockaway Township at its meeting of March 8th.
Thank you very much for filling us in on that information. I'd heard there were some dignitaries on that had called in from maybe the county. I don't see them on there now. Let me just double check.
Yeah, I see it.
Christian Barranco.
Bronco.
Okay. Christian, would you like to say something? Can we get Christian on there, please?
You guys hear me?
We got you.
Yes, perfect.
How are you guys? Thank you. First of all, thank you for recognizing me and for having me here. We had the chance, along with Assemblyman Weber and Senator Panaccio, to have a little meeting with Mayor Jackson here, primarily just to support Mayor Jackson and the council's decision to support Mayor Jackson in this position. I, being a brand new assemblyman with not even a month's worth of service under my belt, kind of learning the ropes. Trenton is a little different than council. I was a councilman before, and I know the job. This one's a little bit more involved. I intend on being a very present and available legislator for all of you. And I look forward to the day that we can meet personally. Some of you I know, and others I don't. I look forward to the day where we can meet personally and get to know one another and get into the business of government here.
Thanks, Christian.
Good. Thank you, Assemblyman. Appreciate it.
Thank
Was
you.
there any others on there?
No, I didn't see any.
Okay. Thank you very much. If they come back, they can always speak during open to the public.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's go to approval of minutes. We have the January 3rd, 2022 reorganization meeting and the January 18th, 2022 regular meeting. We have a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Jack, Manny. Any discussion? Please take the roll call.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilman Kritz,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Salberg,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Vice President Sackett.
Yes, 8 yeses. The minutes are approved. Moving on to number 9, open to the public. Can we please start with calling on the people that are called in, please, Chrissy? Thank you.
Anne, Anne, you're unmuted.
And anything?
They muted themselves.
Okay, moving on.
Brennan,
No comment at this time.
Diane Hickey,
No comment at this time.
I can't see it.
Don Redden,
No comment.
Jack,
No comment.
Jim Waters,
I have no comment other than to congratulate Joe Jackson on his selection as mayor. I'm sure he'll do a great job going forward.
Thanks, Jim.
Kim Brennan,
No comment at this time.
Lily Sweet.
Congratulations, Joe. I wish you the best. You are a great guy.
Thanks, Lil.
Lisa Salberg.
Oh, hold on 1 second. No comment, please.
Raymond Tahan.
No comment, thank you.
Ryan McGee.
No comment other than to extend my congratulations to the mayor.
Thank you very much, Ryan.
I'm just going to refresh the list, make sure I haven't missed anybody. That's it.
Thank you. Brian, did we receive any emails? Brian Coward? Brian Coward, did we receive any emails? I don't know if you heard me.
It looks like he said no.
Oh, okay. I didn't see him. Okay. No? Okay. He's not unmuted. Okay.
He's not unmuted.
Brian. Okay. You're muted, so you know. Chrissy, did you receive any emails or phone calls?
No.
None were received.
Okay. Thank you, Brian. Thank you.
Sorry, I had a mic issue.
No problem. Okay. I'll be closing to open to the public. Moving on to number 10, ordinances to introduce. We have ordinance 022-05, an ordinance accepting the dedication of sanitary sewer and water utility improvements of service real property located in the township of Rockaway. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Second.
Jack and Howard, please take the roll call.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander.
Yes.
Councilman Kritz.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Salberg.
Yes.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Vice President Sackett.
8 yeses. Ordinance is passes for introduction there. Moving on to B 22-06, an ordinance amending chapter 54 entitled Land Use and Development of the Code of the Township of Rockaway, creating a new section 54-30.70 entitled RMF-3 Multifamily Residential District. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
I'll
Jack?
second it.
Manny,
Yep.
we take the roll call, please?
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander.
Yes.
Councilman Kritz.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Salberg.
Yes.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Vice President Sackett.
Yes, it's 8 yeses. Motion is, ordinance is introduced. Moving on to 22-07, ordinance to amend 1989 deed of utility and access easement and to amend 1989 deed of an access easement. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
that.
Jack, and who's the second?
Adam. Solberg.
Take the roll call, please.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander.
Yes.
Councilman Kritz.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Salberg.
Yes.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Vice President Sackett.
Yes, that's 8 yeses.
Uh,
The ordinance
can I
is
ju-
introduced.
Can I just say something for a second? Chrissy,
Yes.
Miss
Pat.
Clipperton, can you tell us when the second reading of those ordinances are for?
I need to speak with, I believe, Mr. Perone tomorrow morning, just to make sure there's no extra notice requirements for 05 and 07. But 06, the public hearing is, we're planning to schedule it for March 8th.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Moving on to number 11, consent agenda. We have A 22-30, AR 22-30, B R 22-31, C R 22-32, and D R 22-33. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
So moved.
Howard and Jack,
Second. Yep.
Yep.
take the roll call, please.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilman Kritz,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Salberg,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Vice President Sackett,
Yes, that's 8 yeses. The consent agenda passes. Moving on to number 12, we have two
John?
appointments. Oh, hello.
John, I got one question, please.
Sure.
I think I found an error on resolution R-22-31, but I just want to verify that. Can I open that one back up, please?
We'll go to the town attorney, please.
I have no problem.
Okay, let's open that back up. 22-31. Councilman Brooks.
Thank you. In the section, look, I just want to verify the address. On the address, it says identified as 321 Mount Hope Road. Is that correct, or should that be 321 Mount Hope Avenue?
Can we go to Ms. Seeger? Can you answer that?
I'd rather, can I defer that to Allison Ferrante?
Oh, sure.
please?
Is she on? Sure. Sorry about Allison.
Yes, I believe that would be correct. Councilmember Brooks, you are correct. That would be the avenue, Mount Hope Avenue.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't going in the old church or something there on Mount Hope Road.
And, Council Vice President,
Yes.
it would be appropriate, since this is only an introduction. I thank Councilman Brooks for pointing that out. It'd be appropriate to make a motion now to amend the resolution.
John, it's just a resolution. It's not an ordinance, so I can
Yeah.
just make that change.
Okay, that's fine if you want to do
Yeah.
it that way.
Yeah.
Works for me. Are you fine with that, Doug?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, moving on to 12 appointment junior firefighters. Oh, Jack Brennan and Brian Patois. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I apologize, Brian. But can we have a motion?
Motion.
So moved.
Second.
We have Jack and Manny. Howard and Manny. Could we please take the roll call?
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilman Kritz,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Salberg,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Vice President Sackett,
Yes. Congratulations to Jack and to Brian. Thank you for your service. We appreciate it. Moving on to number 13, old business, new business, and reports. Let's start with Councilman Quinn.
All righty. With that being said, I attended the rec meeting, and with Peterson Field now getting ready to P1 and 2 to get developed for turf, the spring sports are going to have to deal with a minor change of venue. They all know it. It's coming. They're excited for it, but they will have to change things up. So, which is good. We'll finally get that done as soon as the weather breaks and as everybody sees, there is equipment there now. We've been waiting for this for many years. The planning board, I attended that meeting. We passed some minor changes to some business properties. Other than that, it's been very quiet. So That is the end of my report, sir.
Much, Jack. Moving on to Councilman Sahlberg.
Yes, nothing new to report, particularly pertaining to Rockaway Township from our Board of Commissioners. I have been little tied up lately with the surgery, so no, I have nothing else to report. Thank you.
Sahlberg. Moving on to Councilwoman Noon.
Nothing to report tonight. Just congratulations to Mayor Jackson.
Thank you, Councilwoman Noon. Moving on to Councilman Kritz.
Yeah, I want to congratulate Mayor Jackson. I think he's going to do an excellent job. He certainly has our support. Well deserved. Last week, I was fortunate enough to meet with the third grade KDM class. This is the third year in a row I got to do it. I want to thank Ms. Riley for that invitation. They are covering local government, and it's always interesting to see, what good questions these kids come up with. And I certainly enjoyed doing that. So thank you for that. Peterson Field, it was nice to see him, taking that fence down the other day, just this symbolic start of P1 and P2. I am looking forward to that. With that, softball signups are open. Lacrosse signups are open. Lacrosse has had a winter clinic going on at Hills, but we're ready to get them outside. Unbelievably, lacrosse season and softball season is here again. But I will reiterate, and you hear it a lot, everything with these teams and leagues is volunteer driven. They're going to need volunteers. They're going to need coaches. There is no better time than right now to get involved. Coaching was my introduction to volunteering. Much like Mayor Jackson, I started volunteering in soccer when my oldest, was 4 years old, and just kept getting more and more involved. And here we are. So please consider getting involved, support these leagues in any capacity they need your help. That's all I have.
Thank you, Councilman Kritz. Councilman Friedlander.
Yes, good evening. Yeah, last month, pretty quiet as far as the committees that I attend, but I do want to say kudos to our administration, particularly Mrs. Seeger and Mr. Dyer, for following up on traffic concerns in White Meadow Lake. Before the weather changes, obviously you can't put out certain equipment because of the ice and snow, but there was that electronic speed machine going on a certain area, and the cones I'm sure will go out. I want to thank the follow-up with engineering, Allison, on that. We're doing a Princeton hydro report about all the water areas that we have, and they finished up the sampling, and hopefully by the spring we'll have some answers on that. And thirdly, the library. There were some issues last month about the heat system with the tank, and with the follow-up, we didn't need a new tank. There were repairs and they were done. So that's a good thing for the Hibernia branch. And again, I want to put a kudos out to our volunteer fire departments. Sunday mornings, I usually do my newspaper run, and passing Beach 2, I saw fire trucks, Marcella, White Meadow, and they were doing their ice training again. And I walked down to the beach. There were 9 new people training for this service. I tell you, we have an unbelievable volunteer fire department in our town. We're lucky to have them all. They just stay on top of every issue that can possibly arise. And thankfully, they don't arise too often. But when they do, they are prepared. Again, kudos to our volunteer firemen. And that's it for tonight, guys. Thanks.
Thank you, Councilman Friedlander. Councilwoman Brooks.
Hi, first, congrats to Mayor Jackson. And also I'd like to congratulate the junior firefighters. I will admit it's super awkward to see a kid that you've known since they were in kindergarten now becoming a junior firefighter. People like Joe and some of the other older gentlemen on the council here have always told me it happens really fast. So I will admit that was a first moment for me tonight. So congrats to those young men. Also, the Board of Education has a meeting on next Wednesday, the 16th. They do a hybrid model. You can attend in person, virtually, however you choose. They've started their superintendent search process. They put out a survey to the community. They're really looking for input. So if you go on the rocktwip.org website, a pop-up comes up on the homepage and there's a link, and any community member, you don't have to have kids in the school, can fill it out. They're just looking for some feedback as they start their search. And the last but not least, it's been super fun to drive up Green Pond Road to see all the kids skating and ice fishing from, Lake Ames to Telmark to Egbert. As you go on, you just see kids skating and ice fishing, and it's super, super fun. So that's all I have for tonight.
Thank you, Councilwoman Brooks and Councilman Brooks.
Thank you, Councilman Sackett. I once again would like to congratulate Mayor Jackson. Looking forward to working with him on many projects in the near future. Also wanted to bring up, and hopefully there'll be maybe a report on this. For the 5th time in about a year, we lost water, and it happens to be on Richard Mine Road, and got lots of phone calls and texts from the residents. And I know that there was an email sent out about some of the things that we're going to be doing over there. So hopefully someone from administration will be mentioning that when their report comes up. So this way we'd inform the local community on that. The next thing is Peterson Field. Looking forward to that starting. I still have a few questions, Pat. Hopefully you're going to give me my answers for those. So looking forward to seeing those. Also looking forward to the regional high school team for hockey, the Mars Knolls Eagles there. We're starting the Men in Cup playoffs tomorrow night. So hopefully if you guys have nothing to do, want to come out and root the Golden Eagles on. I do not know what the dress attire is for tomorrow, but I will find out. So there's always a theme. So it works out really cool if you want to go and watch them. They're playing, I believe, Chatham it is. Baseball signups are in full effect for the full program, whether it's from the young kids all the way up to Babe Ruth. And with that, I'm getting pestered a little bit on the new fields for them, knowing their fields are going to be taken away. So I told them, don't worry, we'll work on it. And that is the last of my report. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilman Brooks. And headed to my report now. Just a few things as well. The Richard Mine Road, hopefully when we get to Mrs. Seeger, she can give an update on that. Or Mayor Jackson, if we can get an update on that, that'd be great as well. Also, Peterson Field, very excited. Everyone's mentioned it already. Everyone sees what's going on over there. So looking forward to that get going. It's going to run through about till November. So just be patient. Everyone was patient with the basketball courts and the tennis courts. And right now people are looking forward to the warmer weather, get back out there on the courts. So be patient. Same thing with the Pearson 1 and 2. It's going to be great. Also, I spoke to Mayor Jackson earlier today, and he's in agreement. It's time to bring back Rockaway Township Day. We haven't had it in a few years. I think we need to get working on that right away to get something on our calendar, on the schedule for this summer. I think the town needs it again. We needed it before, and we need it again. So looking forward. Hopefully, whatever the administration needs from the council, whatever we can do to get Rockaway Township Day back up and running again. And also just wanted to echo what Councilman Brooks said, Councilman Kritz, Mayor Jackson about volunteering as well. I'm in the same boat as everyone here, volunteering since my oldest is 16, and I was volunteering when he was 5 years old, and I'm roped back in. I'm coaching again. I was out for 2 years. I'm back in. They rope you back in, but I'm always happy to help. And just because you don't have any kids in the programs doesn't mean you can't volunteer to coach a team. I see many people in various sports whose kids are older, out of the programs, back in coaching. So I know some people on here, maybe your kids are older now. you may have some free time. Your kids are out of the house. Yeah, maybe you can go back and give back, whether it's basketball, football, hockey, whatever it is. They're always looking for volunteers. And I think it's a lot more meaningful too when sometimes someone actually doesn't have a kid on the team to come back and coach as well. My little one is on a team with a coach whose daughter is a senior in high school, so she's coaching 3rd and 4th grade girls rec basketball, and so just to give back is great to see. And also just want to wish everyone on Monday happy Valentine's Day. And moving on to Mayor Jackson. Yeah, Doug, happy Valentine's Day. I saw your head.
Thanks, Jonathan. So a couple things, what you were talking about with coaching without a kid on the team. I could tell you from coaching for several years, having a child on the team, and coaching many years without having children on the team, it's definitely a different perspective. And I would encourage everybody to do. And I know in the Rockets program, there's a lot of coaches who've been coaching for a long time without kids on the team. And couldn't agree more on Rockaway Township Day. I actually have some meetings scheduled already to discuss that with the administration and the recreation department. Kind of piggybacking on what Councilman Brooks had to say, wanted to remind everybody, tomorrow night, Morris Hills is wrestling for a state sectional championship. I believe it's at Hills. I'm not positive, but you can go to the regional website and look it up. And if they win, I believe they're going against Paramus. It'll be the first wrestling championship they've had since like 74 or something. So it's really exciting wrestling in the state finals. In terms of the Mount Hope Road water main, I don't know if Ms. Seeger is going to get into a little deeper, but I had a conversation after I got the emails last week with Mr. North and Mr. Ferry, Ryan Ferry, our water superintendent. And, you know, basically it appears like, without getting into detail, there's an issue with water pressure, and a couple of studies need to be done, and they're working on that now, but there's going to be a need more than likely for a pressure relief valve to be put in. I believe that's going to be bid out. So we are addressing the issue and going at it as quickly as we can, because we know, you know, how much of an inconvenience it is for the citizens. So we are working on that. I look forward to working with everybody. I appreciate everybody's support. We have a lot to do. A lot of things on our agenda between Peterson and all the other things I know this council wants to do for this town and make it better. So I look forward to working with everybody. With that, I'll turn it back over to you, Mr. Sackett.
Jackson, moving on to Town Attorney John Yachafano.
Thank you, Vice President Sackett. Very briefly, Carl and I continue to monitor and interact with outside counsel in terms of what I refer to as the Puzio and Jackson litigation initiated by Mr. Kelly. Additionally, there have been 2 recent Government Records Council complaints filed with Mr. Kelly, in addition to innumerable OPRA requests since the beginning of the year. What I intend to do is either for the next meeting in February or certainly for the March 8th meeting, I will ask the council to schedule a closed session so we can bring you up to date on all those matters. We remain very positive as to all of them, but the council deserves an update, and we'll be happy to provide that at that time.
Thank you very much. Moving on to Mrs. Seeger.
Thank you, Council President, Vice President. I want to congratulate Mayor Jackson and the staff and the team. Are looking forward to working with you, and we know we can get a lot of done because we have a great staff. So we're looking forward and ready to work with you. As Mr. Brooks and Mr. Sackett brought up about Richard Mine Road, I think that Mayor Jackson covered it. Just so you know, we were aware of it. We already went out for quotes that are coming back this week on moving forward on that project. It's just going to take a little bit longer because we have to do a study, but we are well aware of the issue and we will be taking care of it. And our water team works very hard on getting there as fast as they can and take care of the problem. And I think that's all I have for the night. Did I miss anything that you guys wanted to know?
Did you want to talk briefly about any, like maybe a quick 1 minute thing on what's going on at Peterson, just quickly?
Okay, I didn't want to steal the engineer's thunder.
Oh, okay. Well, then Allison could do it. That's fine.
Yeah, it's her.
We'll leave it to
Yeah.
Allison. Allison, you're up.
Oh, I guess I'm speaking on this.
You're up.
I really didn't have anything prepared, but we are pushing forward. The contractor is currently submitting material submittals right now, and actually have been, so we could get ahead of the material shortage and the lag time that everybody is experiencing. So we're pushing hard on getting the necessary materials ordered so that there's no delay in the project. And again, the first action that you'll see trees coming down, and then followed by demolition activities. And then hopefully we'll have no more snow, and then can get started with the excavating. Besides that, no further updates at this time.
I know, if I could interrupt too,
Sure,
I believe on the township website, we posted that blueprint of the P1 and P2, and that was pretty cool seeing that up there on the Facebook page. So,
Yes. Yeah, it was very nice to see it out there. Thank you, Mayor Jackson. Let's go on to Ms. Palmieri.
Yes, thank you. No report tonight, but I just want to congratulate Mayor Joe Jackson. I look forward to working with you. That's it.
Thank you, Lisa.
Mr. Coward, any report, Brian?
No real report, just want to echo the congratulations to Mayor Jackson and hope everyone everything we have planned for 2020 or 2022.
Thank you. And we haven't called on her in a while. Do we have any report from the clerk's office? Chrissy, any report?
Nothing currently. Thank you.
Thank you. Next meeting's on the 22nd of February. Make a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Jack?
Seconded.
Manny, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Please stop the recording. Have a great night.
You too,
All right,
everybody.
good night all.